guys, I'm Gora and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I have another order that I prepared with Printful and I want to see what it came out of the products. I'm very excited because one of them is actually one of my t-shirts that's close to my heart. It's a surprise maybe, and I have a couple of products that we're gonna check today and let's unpack. Please excuse my voice, I'm still a bit fighting the cold, so hopefully this is not something that's gonna turn you away from my video. And let's unbox. Now I don't know exactly what came. I think everything that was ordered through Latvia already arrived. The order was on 28th, today is 5th of May. So maybe I can say happy 4th of May for yesterday, whoever is a Star Wars fan. I know I am. And today is also Orthodox Easter, so before we start the celebration, I'm gonna drink my coffee. Yeah, Star Wars. I'm gonna drink my coffee and then I want to unpack these beautiful products so we can have an honest review about them. How did my design turn out on them? I'm still learning to do this part, so for me it's an entire joy to do it. And maybe drop some comments below to see if you would be interested to know how I create my designs, what do I use, what applications and all that. But let's start with the first package. I believe this is a tumbler, so let's see. It's nicely packed, so it's double packed, so definitely is the packing slip. For me before not so great with understanding why black and white, because their design maker was not showing correctly, but now we can inspect it in reality. It's quite big. Okay. Oh, it also has the straw. Ah, it's a metal straw. We actually have similar like this that we bought in a pack, simple, but they are straight. They don't have this form. Talking to didn't notice. Okay. I think I could have done a bit better. Not sure. Okay, you can see. Beautiful freak. Because we're passionate and unapologetic. I like it, but I need to definitely maybe work out the colors a bit. I'm not sure if this should be like this. It's a bit like the outside was not completely properly done out. It's not straightened completely here, but it's not very obvious, so I don't really care. Obviously, if you sell this in your store and your client can say, okay, I don't like this, they have the right, I think, to return. It's very small, you really don't really notice it. How is it all around? Here also, it's a bit dated. But overall, the print quality of my design to redo this, definitely. But yeah, here also it's a bit dated. So I don't know about the tumblers, what to say. I can imagine this is doing a human. It's not done by a machine, right? So it can be, I wouldn't do personally this. I know some people do them at home with, I don't have that patience, probably would get even worse than this. This is looking actually quite good. I'm a perfectionist, so what I can say, for me this is an 8 out of 10. Mostly because, yeah, I don't like these lines that I see here. I'm not sure if they're purple because usually I don't use this type of products. And then I could see here a defect, right? And yeah, there are 2 defects here. So tumblers, this is plastic, of course. You know what you buy when you see online. You put it like this. Do I see myself using this? I don't know. It's very noisy. So personally, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna try to use it while I work because I'm very bad of drinking water. Is it the design good? No, I still have to work. I saw they have a nice new video for how to create your images, to transform them in the colors you need, to make sure that actually they're gonna come out in the print. So maybe check Printful YouTube channel and check for that video. It's one of the newest releases right now. So this is the design. Overall, it's a nice product. I personally don't use these kind of things. I'll see if I'm gonna use it now. Of course, if you have water inside or whatever you're drinking, lemonade like I do nowadays, it's not gonna make so much noise. Yeah. So we have 3 imperfections. The client probably has a right to say, no, you have to redo this. This is a personal order for review, so I can see how my design looks on and how this type of product is. Yeah, 8 out of 10, maybe even a 7. It's very nice to see the product as it is, right? To see it in your hand, to see how it feels. Now let's continue with the bigger pack and let's see what's inside. As I said, I still have to get some of the orders. Some are shipped from China, like a pair of the women athletic shoes, and that's for another video when they arrive. Usually they were actually prepared quite fast, but because we are in Europe, in Netherlands, that may take a couple of days with the customs and all that. Other products are coming from US, and I'm always nervous when it comes from US because I see they were shipped very fast this time. However, sometimes just I'm looking, where is my shipment? And I can see it's like for 3 days in France, like it makes no sense to me. But this is not problem of the print provider, right? This is a problem with DHL, for example, which normally I'm very happy about DHL. I'm sending everything with them also personally, not just for ErdeGora. So I'm quite happy when I see, oh, DHL has to deliver, because they are an amazing company. I never had issues with them. But this last time I was expecting a product and I was very curious, like, where is it? And I could see still that it was for 3 days in France, the country of destination, and it was written Netherlands something, and then 1 day later it was in France somehow. So it was completely weird. Yeah, it happened. It was not the print provider's fault. And now here it have to be a couple of items, and I'm quite surprised if they really send them all from Latvia here. How did they fit in this? So let's see. Okay, some t-shirts might be not so big, right? The best noise in the world. So we have one. Yeah, the jeans t-shirt, which I was very curious to see how it turned out. I have like my first simple design in fresco that I made it for embroidery, but some flip-flops I wanted to see how they are. A new children's sweatshirt, because the one I ordered last time was quite big. That's a fall when you actually don't measure as they recommend and you just assume, oh, this should be for a child of 8 years old. And my t-shirt on lila, because if you didn't know, this is one of the most trendy colors now in the Netherlands. Oh wow, I like the vibrant. I didn't even take them out. This is one of the ones that we had a lot of likes on TikTok. So I really wanted to see what is this fuss with leggings with pockets, because I never had leggings with pockets and I don't find them necessary, to be honest. Why would you need that? Maybe if you live in leggings and you just have to go do some errands, like buy bread from the store while you're gaming, quickly pause your game, put your phone in your pocket and your keys and go and buy bread or whatever, coffee or whatever you need, which I forgot about my coffee because this was all about the coffee drinking in the morning before I do everything else, because it's Easter and we have to have a nice lunch and dinner tonight. So yeah, I love these colors. So I have the top on, but I definitely want to see how they look. I am excited about this because the shoes are also coming. This is the Astra set, and of course on the side we don't have with pockets because for sporting I didn't see necessary, but if people would recommend, yeah, we want with pockets, yeah, we can just add another product because it's basically the same, just has a pockets. And the piece of resistance, everybody was talking about this. It's a throw blanket, which is very soft, and we have one from another company that was in the stores, very thin. It was almost like very a cheap towel, if you want, beach towel. And I was very curious, how are these ones that I put in the store, right? This is the only one we have now in the store. I think we prepared one more for adults. This is for children. And I also sent to one of my family members for the kids, for each of them, and they said they like it. So I am very peculiar person, so for me sometimes it matters to be cotton, or this is not the case, of course. So I want to know how it feels, and yeah, if people would actually like this. And because this is one of the designs that I created by watching some of if you don't know about Juna, he's doing design with the tour, and he's creating AI images with ChatGPT. I don't know which format he's using because ChatGPT has couple of setups, right, that you can I think it's something sticker AI with, I'm not sure how it's called, and I gave it a try and they came all crap. So what I did is I make like a sketch, I select from couple of them, and then I bring them in Adobe Fresco, and then I redraw them. I want to see how that turned out, and I made my own pattern with it. So now let's open this and let's see how it looks. Only looking through this bag, it's looking awesome. I hope my son likes it. Basically it's for him. We sometimes cuddle on watching movies now. We're obsessed with monster trucks and all that. So yesterday being Easter, before Easter evening, we watched a couple of Netflix, and this is gonna be nice to cuddle. Oh, this is much better. It's a shame that I don't have the other one that I mentioned it. Wow, it's double. It's double, so you can see it's double. It's so soft. And now I understand what's the how big is it? I think I ordered a small one. I love it. What do you guys think? So we have some giraffes, some bears. We were all about astronauts. This was the theme for this. So I think it turned out actually quite good. I like it. And so much fun in Adobe Fresco, because if you don't know, when you create with AI, whatever your imagination is, right? We had this theme astronaut and space. It all turned out not how I wanted, right? I really wanted a color palette with purple, blue and green, and yeah. And then you have to upscale them, which means you need to do images bigger. And there are a couple of them online there. You can search. There are so many guys and talking about this. You have to find your way, because I found my favorite ones. And plus, for me it doesn't really matter, right? I can also just bring the sketch and I can draw it over it. But some are so well done that you just have to maybe modify a couple of things. Let's see how it looks here. Oh, it's awesome. I love it. I really love it. I think he's gonna like it very much. So this is not the cheap thing that I saw in the store. It makes sense why it's so expensive. It turned out amazing. Also the colors, also the guys. It was a bit difficult for me to make the pattern actually. So I want to see how this... Now I learned a new trick from Chris Piasek. I hope I say his name correctly. I'm learning Adobe Fresco from him. And he is actually showing how to do this. Actually, I see a mistake I did, so I have to go back and fix it. You see here on my pattern, this part is too high and too low. So I did, it was a bit difficult for me to create. Notice it at start. Damn it. But we still love it and I still have time to fix that. Next one. We're gonna check the yoga leggings with the pockets. I love these colors. So now it's like this fashion about yoga leggings. There are like crazy. I think there are a couple of companies now and they sell them for an extreme price. I don't sell them that much, though it took me a long time for me to make them because it's not so easy. Just throw some patterns there and until you find a pattern that you like. And this looks small to me. Like, I don't know if I fit here, but I hope I ordered the good size. All over print, so I can actually pockets, white L, so it should be good. Because last time I did order the M for the shorts and they were short, definitely. I'm gonna try them on. They're looking good. With the, because I had this and I really liked it. This is holding very good your breasts if you have big breasts. So I do recommend this one. Tight, I pulled them on, but actually they feel very comfortable. What's with the pockets? Our Galactic Glow sets. Because nowadays they're all like neutral tones, very toned down, just one color. Screw that. Let's go wild, let's go bold, right? You have to feel energized when you sport. Like you don't want to blend with everybody, or if you do, that's fine. That's your choice. Yeah, but I think this looks good. It's quite... And they are this all fancy now leggings. So I don't try to sell you my set or anything. But I want to say, if you want to have your own, you can go to Printful. They have this great app that you can create your design. You select your product and they have an entire list there of patterns if you don't want to create yourself. If you create something for yourself and you want to do this specially so no one else has like you, definitely just check it out. Go and use one of those patterns or make your own pattern. And definitely if I'm gonna go on the street like this, how many people are gonna have like me? No one, right? So that's the idea with print on demand. You create your own stuff that is not mass commercialized in stores, right? Now, about the quality. We have to see. I have to run, I have to see how it feels. Do I need pocket? Screw that. No, I don't need pocket. I really don't need pockets. It makes no sense to me. If I go to the gym, because I normally don't sit in leggings at home, right? Some people like to sit in leggings at home, and as I said, you go to the store, you throw your phone in, and you do your shopping. Do I need pockets? I took them off. Definitely they are tight when you put them on, but I know I bought from Mango a couple of years ago for comfort. I just had my child, so I needed to have that somehow. Yeah, I don't really like tight pants. I also don't like tight jeans, but I'm sure there are more people like me out there. Why would you buy something like this instead of buying from Nike, for example, right? Because Nike is a big company and they know what they're doing and all that. If you have an event that you want to have something special and you don't want to spend so much, because a pair of good leggings, they are not so cheap, right? Then go to Printful, order 10 pairs, select your pattern there. If you don't know how to make a pattern, you want to make a perfect pattern, there are so many tutorials nowadays. You can have some fun if you like this stuff. If not, hire a designer. You can have something for your event that is not out there. It can be a great way for people to remember you for, right? So I think this is a good party gift for sport enthusiasts, or maybe you're just a content creator that lives in leggings. TikTok is full of those chicks with cute t-shirts and wearing all kind of funny leggings. Let's get out of this ordinary one color thing. And I saw another one. I don't want to trash them, but it is one that is quite trendy now, and they have all kind of crazy patterns. Yeah, their design they are not perfect. If you look, I went and I checked a couple of them, and they were even in some TV show in US. So there are options out there. You don't have to buy like a full price or whatever. You can do yourself. Go to Printful, open Design Maker, check some patterns, create your own patterns there, or just you love a pattern that you found online, you can do it yourself for half the money that they sell for, right? Or if you really liked our curated designs, check out ErdeGora, of course. And when I'm going to have my run or my sporting, I'm gonna tell you how this went. Do you need pockets? Please let me know in the comments. Do you like pockets? Do you find them useful? I don't. So just let us know. This was actually, last time we had an oversized t-shirt, faded khaki. They are made only in US, so we have to wait in Europe for them. Was it worth it? Yeah. The material was awesome. I washed it. After the wash was completely looking great. I bought XL. My partner doesn't like this style, so maybe I'm gonna use it as a dress, like with leggings, right, for running errands or my painting or whatever. It looks amazing. I really like, and thank you AS Colors that you do so beautiful t-shirts. He doesn't like this style, oversized. He doesn't get it. That's fine. I also think that style depends on your personality, how you wear your clothes, and that's nothing wrong, right? And I ordered another of my designs also for coffee lovers, but now I put the design on a regular t-shirt. And let me just, because I have so many products so I don't make a mistake. It's Stanley Stella, of course it's Stanley Stella. This is the unisex organic cotton t-shirt. It's French navy. I have a not so good French with black, as I mentioned, so I thought also the design is gonna look better on navy. I think my partner is gonna like this one though, right? It's simple. How does it feel? It feels good, right? It's not thin, it's not too heavy either. So this is actually something that I like at t-shirts. And usually they feel also different after you wash them. The colors look much more darker, so I'm glad I didn't put pause for coffee, but because this is the year of the dragons, I created some designs with a dragon, and this is a guy, right, in an armor. It's a warrior, and he just slain the dragon and he's taking a break. If you're familiar with raiding, usually people can't wait to have a break in the middle of a fight, to have a smoke or to have a cup of coffee, to prepare another cup of coffee to be ready to wipe some more. But yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about gaming now, and my coffee is still in my cup. But yeah, this is it. So this is the shirt that I hope my partner is gonna like, and the design turned out great. And I can also check what I did, because this was also done with the regular ChatGPT, so not with any other train. I have a simple prompt for simple designs. Please be aware when you're using ChatGPT for creating the designs, right? The text, usually it's wrong, so you have to go in and fix the text. The colors are not properly aligned on the shadows or whatever. When you upscale, for example, depends what you upscaling, you have to look very closely. Okay, are there artifacts? Do I have to delete that? Do I have to modify? Do I have to recolor? Do I have to do the edges again? Do I want to move some elements around because they are just in weird places? These are all things to consider. Whoever tells you you do something with AI and you put it as it is, that t-shirt, it's a big fat liar, I'm telling you. Because I tried all kind of AI arts out there, because I'm not an artist. I like to paint. I'm a crochet artist, I can say, because I'm amazing with crocheting, knitting, all that kind of stuff. I like to do a lot of things. But one of the things that I like to color. And then this is an amazing project for me. I imagine something, I say, okay, I want a guy sitting like this, doing this. Yeah. So you can say to ChatGPT your composition. You can get a couple of iterations to see, okay, this is more close to what I thought, or this fits up in my style, because some things you see but you don't like them, right? And then I pick them up and I modify them because it's maybe not good, right? And this one had quite some modifications. I remember the head of the drum was all wrong. He had some no teeth. Yeah, the colors I have to change around. So it was quite maybe 4 hours of work, but I don't mind, right? Because if you like drawing, that's something you do. And I know for a fact that this gives me pleasure and satisfaction in the end to see that it turned out great. And it got quite some nice likes. And maybe I didn't completely draw it by hand, right? Because I modify. Everybody has a sketch when they start. It's still my idea that no one else can steal it. Yeah. Okay. Now with a piece of resistance title. This is for me, and I really wanted this t-shirt. The story short was that now I'm into this YouTube thing, and I really want to make it work, and also with the print on demand. And because I'm having so much fun, and I really believe that this life is short, and if we don't try for the things we love, we will never, never, never be happy in our life, let's say, because we live so short. I don't know where my life went from 30 to 40 years old, right? It just went in a heartbeat. When people say when you're in your 20s, now is the time to do everything. Now is the time to learn and to explore. And when you have a family, that it's old bullshit. It's not. Because now, to do all these things, to film, I had to leave my partner downstairs with a child. He has to watch for him. He has to care for him. And I feel like a shit mother because I'm not doing all that, and I'm sitting here with you showing you some products. But it is so hard to detach yourself as a woman from an entrepreneur, from wanting to do something else. It's incredibly hard, at least for me. Because you need a lot of time. Print on demand is not easy. Print on demand takes time. You need to learn, especially if you're not a design artist. You don't know anything about e-commerce. I bought now also a couple of books to read. I'm watching all kind of YouTube videos. I'm listening to podcasts. I have like an entire list book. But you also have to practice what you hear and what you learn, right? Because otherwise you don't grow. And even now, when I'm looking back in my Printful designs, what I created a year ago, dreaming to open this store and dreaming to make my design and my collection, I didn't have a clue. And I'm thinking, I went yesterday and I started deleting, oh, this is crap. Like, what did I think about it? What did I see there? So probably in a year, I'm also going to think about maybe some of these products, and I'm growing. So maybe even if this is not the best way to do something, right? I still believe it's a way for me to grow. So when my partner doesn't understand this struggle, right? He says, you live in your world. He told me once, when I was very offended by it, because I still clean the house, I still go to work. Yes, I do have a 9 to 5, how they call it. I still do everything with my child. They have food on the table. So it really offended me. And this is the story of this t-shirt, right? I'm not just a mom, or I'm not just a housewife, or yeah, I'm more than that. And this is this t-shirt, this design. I live in my F world, and it's beautiful, right? How did it turn out? This was a lot of work. So yeah, the color of one of the colors of this year's, because it's going very good with peach and so on, it's this. Let's see. This is unisex organic cotton t-shirt, Stanley Stella, lavender, because lavender actually is one of my favorite colors. Purple, whatever you want to name it, it's my color. And lavender is very nice, and you can find it now everywhere in the shirt. You know, so do it like this. Or one thing I really like is, because when you're a bit more, this goes also nice. It's gonna go with this for sure. Yeah, these are all my color palettes. So, and ErdeGora is all about happiness and how to make people feel good in their own skin. So you don't have to be exactly like other people. You have to be yourself, and that's all about. Yeah. It doesn't mean, you know how many times people told me I'm weird, or like, I don't care, I never did. And that's me, that's my personality. And I think you can do amazing things when you're not like everybody else, right? I like this. Why do I like this? First of all, the length of the sleeve. This is a bit longer, sure, that's not a problem. I wear high jeans, so I can always like do something like this. I like to do that because then I don't need to wear a belt, and then it's just that effect, and it doesn't, oh, I put my hands up and it's all out. How did the print turn out? Well, I think it would have looked a bit better on pink. We definitely have different styles. Maybe for me could have been an M good if you want it a bit more tight. Lately I'm more about being more relaxed and feeling good, and I'm always like on my bike going to work, or yeah, so I think this is my new style of t-shirt. Usually when you have like this fallen, it means you need a smaller number. However, I like this because of the sleeves. I don't have fitness hands, and then something like this, it's always gonna look better on you. Yeah, you don't have floppy arms. I like this. I really like it. And the print, I would like to show the signs now, but maybe I get in trouble with YouTube. So this is the story behind it. This had to be modified intensively. It took me a couple of days actually to do this every night when I had some downtime. The child was sleeping and I was able to do this design. There were some troubles with the eyes, with the mouth. Yeah, there was quite some. The letters were not correct. But that's the fun. That is the fun of designing, right? I clearly like these pin-up style designs, and it's not really a niche. People say choose a niche, right? Choose a niche, investigate what's out there. Does it bring me joy? Yeah. Is it someone else maybe out there that brings them joy? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you really like this shirt or what you think about this shirt. The design turned good. I love it. I'm gonna wear it and I can't wait to wash it and see how it turns out after. Let's open. We have 3 more packs. I try to hurry a bit because someone has to start cooking soon. I know, I'm just chatting, but this is just a stream to have a chat and drink with me a coffee. And this is an idea from this lovely lady that I'm watching. She has like a stream about her Etsy shop and she's a handmade seller. She makes this beautiful crochet and she paints some things. You guys, I'm gonna show you maybe in another video how many beautiful things I made with knitting, but I tried on Etsy 2018 and it didn't work out for me. But let's put that on a pause for another video. But I love this. I cannot take it off. I have to wash it. I'm gonna take it off. These are the flip-flops. They just look like regular flip-flops. Right? We are doing ASMR. What are people into those things? I don't know. Oh, okay. I didn't expect this. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, is this supposed to be like this? Because I really have to go back and check. So Sublination flip-flops white. So I always had flip-flops that you have like a print on directly on this material, right? On the top. And I think I had some that it's going away. But this, for some reason, this is a material over it. You cannot see it. It's basically a piece of polyester and it's printed on it. They look very good on the image. However, if I see them on the live, like, I don't know. I think they should have explained this better on the store. I don't know if other people will like this. How does this happen? Like, let me try. What happens if I have wet feet? Is this not gonna slide? Oh, and they are big for me. And what did I buy? Flip-flops. So it should be good, but they feel big for me. It's like this is like two numbers. Like regular flip-flops. What I like, I have one pair downstairs. I don't know whether I think I just bought them in a store, like a supermarket store. And this is actually working, right? The other ones, they are heavy. And one liner you can barely walk with them. But yeah, I didn't expect to have an actual material here. So that's something I find a bit weird. But other than that, I think maybe I should read again the product description properly. I would have expected that this material, basically the black one, has just the print on it, and then they cut the material out. Would that go away in time with washing? Yes, for sure. I'm thinking, why would they use this? Because otherwise, I know in time wearing, right, you sweat or your feet are wet or whatever, the design would go away. I think I had ones with flowers or whatever. You don't want them to go also on your foot, right? I don't know if I would. I have just one pair. This pair I started to put in on the shop, but I have to see. It's not really what I would go for. Definitely. They look cute, yeah. In person, I don't know. I don't love it. And then we have the one that had a hit with our friend child, and she just wanted a smaller version, and I hope this is not too small now, because it feels like the child is much bigger, but that was my impression last time, so I took the biggest. And now this is just a Gildan. You can really feel the material, but unfortunately don't have better sweatshirt for children. I feel like the design is smaller than it should be. I have to check online, but maybe it's just my opinion. Okay, and the last one, I try to, because I have to hurry, prepare and celebrate some Easter. We celebrated Easter a month ago, the Catholic one, because my family here in the Netherlands is Catholic, but I'm Orthodox, so we have it twice, right? Oh, but this is different than I imagined. I like this. For some reason, this shirt was looking like it's very heavy, like that denim heavy. So this is what I imagine when I see the. And this is my first hand design. I'm like even embarrassed a bit to guys show you. It's for embroidery. I think they did a great job, considering that you have to have a better line design. They also specify that it has to be thicker. So I apologize, Printful, but you did a great job, considering my design was so. So, to game or not to game? That is the question. I grew up with this saying from my grandfather. He used to say, to be or not to be, that's the question. Always think about that, he told me. He was a wise man. He had all kind of things that I learned from him, that other things I read in books. Now I'm thinking like, huh? You just discovered now this? I hear this while growing up, right? I like this. I think I should add more of this in my store. I imagine that this is that thicker denim. It's not. I like the color also. Let's try it on. Wow, it's so soft. So it's just basically like the look of the denim, but it's not the heaviness. Actually, I do like this. To game or not to game, that's the question. And that would be the question while I had other stuff to do. And then I would just sit, oh, I want to relax a bit at the computer. So some people like to wear this like this, but that's not me. I really like this longer. Yeah, and the length. I am more like, I like to wear my stuff inside of pants and then I arrange them, or I put, okay, these are not the best pants for this type of shirts. So this, yeah, to game or not to game, that's the question. And that would be the question usually when I had to do something or to go out or whatever in my 20s. That was the question, to game or not to game. And I'm grateful that I was still gaming and I didn't do stupid things like other friends of mine did. And because of gaming, I found my guy in the other side of the world, well, more or less. And gaming is not that bad, right? How other people make it sound outdated, that you're antisocial and all that. Everything with moderation. And this is what ErdeGora is all about. Please think about it. Gaming is nice to relax, to release dopamine. It makes you happy. Especially that was the case for me when I had trouble after my grandfather died. That's how I discovered gaming. That's how I managed to do something to be able to coexist. Of course, I had friends and all that. I was always a social person, and now I know I'm blabbering outside of the print of demand business, but I think the creative people out there have this vulnerable soul. They have this way to see the world through different eyes. We feel more intense, and many times we feel that we're not understood by other people. And that's okay. That's what ErdeGora is about. Find your way, find your people. And you're not alone. Maybe many people of this gaming community, they get into it and they find people like them. And they just how they cope. But they forget that also outside, those people also work outside. And maybe they are not 15 minutes away from you, and they can be 4 hours by plane or whatever, but they are out there. So don't stop gaming, but also get out of your comfort zone from the computer. Move away, do something else. Meet those people that you like gaming with. Though, warning, there are also crazy people out there, so watch out at that, right? But there are crazy people also maybe downside the street or in a bar someone is going, or you name it. Yeah, I hope you like the ethos of ErdeGora, and give some shares and some love and some subscribe, and I'm open to any questions you guys have. This was my Printful haul, the first one. I still have a couple of items. They have to come from US. And until next time, stay sharp.